Now, what's the difference? A business owner mindset is I own this business or I own these businesses. Like me, I own different businesses. But it would be crazy if I had to work in all those businesses. So how do you create a business owner mindset? A business owner mindset means that I have now to stop. I have to start thinking, if I couldn't be in my business for the next 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, what would happen to my business? And if you say that, hey, well, there'll be no business, there'll be no clients, there'll be nothing.
Welcome to Inspired Choice today. I'm your host, Caroline Biesalski, here to bring you authentic stories, surprising lessons, and powerful takeaways to fuel your journey in business and life. In each episode, I'll take you from one inspiring guest to the next, blending their experiences with my expertise to uncover practical strategies you can use right away. Whether you're starting out or stepping up, stay tuned for insights and actionable tips that make a difference. And stick around until the end for a special freebie just for our listeners. Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline, and my today's guest is the one and only Mac Attram, and I'm so happy that he said yes to our interview. How are you doing today?
I am doing fabulous. I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much, Caroline, for inviting me onto your show here.
I'm blessed, and I have to tell you, there were people that they were talking about you, and that I have to meet you. And then I attended this event, this MMI event. Oh, I forgot the name. And I was so inspired that I said, I have to meet Mac. And I would like to present you or introduce you to the audience, of course.
The Millionaire Mind Intensive. That's right. The Millionaire Mind.
That was the event. And for those of the audience who don't know you, which I cannot think of, but I would like to introduce you. You are multi-award-winning business coach, millionaire entrepreneur, and best-selling author who turned years of struggle into lasting success. Having built and sold multiple profitable companies, you now help entrepreneurs worldwide grow their businesses and wealth. Welcome to the Inspired Podcast. Wow, Mac Attram.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here indeed.
I am blessed by your presence. And my first question to you is, you went from struggling entrepreneur to multi-award-winning business coach. What was the game-changing moment that flipped the script for you?
Great question. When I look at my life now, and I think I start to realize that everything that happens to us happens for a reason. Everything. And I remember many years ago, I had a little IT company, and I was working hard to make that IT company work. I had two business partners who joined the organization, and later on, little did I know, they were siphoning money from the business. And before I knew it, and then they disappeared. I'm phoning them, they're not answering. I'm going to their house, they're ignoring me. But creditors came after me, and because I'm a director. And now I borrowed money to the tune of $100,000 in those days, which would be, so I'm borrowing money on credit cards, on loans, just to make sure I can pay them back and pay my staff. So it became very stressful for me. And I fell into some form of depression. And I remember one evening driving home from the office, driving to my house, 5 minutes from my home. I had stopped my car in this parking lot, and I had my hands on the wheels, and I was sitting there sobbing, crying, feeling sorry for myself, feeling like I was such a failure. Now, I'll say this, that Caroline, that moment, that evening that I got home, it was all a blur, but the next few days I started to think, how do I get out of this? How do successful people become successful? How do they create this kind of life? And I realized I had to study it. So I went on a journey of self-discovery. I started reading books like crazy, going to seminars and workshops. And in less than 18 months, I was able to fix my business. And in 2 years' time later, I sold that business. And I started to help other people. People started asking me, Matt, can you help me with my business? And I started coaching and consulting one-on-one. Before I knew it, I was running workshops for 10 people, 20 people, 100 people. Now I do seminars for hundreds of people, sometimes thousands of people.
Yes, I'm inspired, and I was told that there were up to 6,000 people or more. I think you were in Asia as well. I saw pictures.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I've trained thousands in the last 15 years. I've traveled to over 50 countries, and I've trained and coached over 200,000 people in the, all around the world. So all because of the incident that happened to me, and I was able to change and fix it, and it made me a better person. So I can relate to people who are struggling in business or struggling in life, because I've been there. I know what that's like.
Okay, I know what you mean. So you change your perspective to see the benefit in the struggling situation, and now you are a successful entrepreneur. I'm so inspired. And my next question is: so many business owners hit a wall when scaling. What's the biggest mindset shift they need to break through and reach that next level?
Awesome question. Great question, Caroline. As entrepreneurs, there are different levels that you will reach. And the mindset that got you to start your business is not the same mindset that will allow you to scale your business or grow your business. And so what my company does, Mindspace, what we focus on is helping business owners, entrepreneurs, to move from what we call a business operator mindset. That means they're in the business all the time. They have to do everything. Everything relies on them, to a business owner mindset. Now, what's the difference? A business owner mindset is I own this business, or I own these businesses. Like me, I own different businesses. But it would be crazy if I had to work in all those businesses. So how do you create a business owner mindset? A business owner mindset means that I have now to stop. I have to start thinking, if I couldn't be in my business for the next 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, what would happen to my business? And if you say that, hey, well, there'll be no business, there'll be no clients, there'll be nothing, then you have a business operator mindset. So you have to change that. And we have processes and programs that will help you to change that to having a business owner mindset. And once you have that, then it's a case of now putting the right systems and processes in place that people can follow in your absence, putting a team in place that will do the key critical jobs and work that needs to be done without you having to do it. Now, if you can set that structure up, which we teach people how to do, now you've got a choice. Work in your business if you want to, but it doesn't rely on you, or don't work in your business if you don't want to. Put a general manager in place, and it allows you to do whatever things in your heart, whether it's charity or spending time with your elderly parents or with your children or your family.
Oh, that's a great answer. So I can totally relate to that, because I was, let's say, with your wording now, your reframing, I would say I was a business operator for the last 16 years, and I did not make it to the next level because I thought it is boring. And then because I wanted to travel, then I gave everything up, so to say, and started a new business, which is more fulfilling. And then you
Right.
talk about, yeah, you choose. Yeah, we can choose. And you talked about charity. And this is exactly where I'm going right now. This
Good.
week, I created my nonprofit to give back. Thank you so much. Yes, I see it now. It helps. You've coached thousands of entrepreneurs. If you had to distill your success formula into one powerful strategy, what would it be?
Um, so helping entrepreneurs move to success. It starts, what I'd say, is with a mindset and the way you think about it. The second thing is discovering a system that already works. So if somebody can show you a system that you can follow, and if you follow that system, you can create the business success you're looking for, then great. The third thing is to model what's already working, or model someone who's already making it work. What do I mean by model? As human beings, we learn best by modeling. As a child, when you were crawling on your stomach and you realize you want to walk, you started looking at these bigger people and thinking, how do they do that? And then you hold on to something and you model. Eventually, you get there. Same as in business, same as in any area that you want success in. If you can find someone who's doing it well, model it, and then just repeat, repeat, repeat. You know, one of my my grandmaster in Taekwondo says repetition leads to mastery. So if you want to master something, repeat, 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 repeat. And here's the thing, Caroline, some people start doing something, then they say it's either boring or it's not working, and they give up straight away. You have to repeat so many times until you figure out a way that really works.
Oh, that's so true. Thank you for sharing. Yes, this is what I do with my podcast, and I have to laugh about that because first there was the intuition telling me start a podcast, and now I cannot stop anymore. And I did over 650
Wow.
episodes in 1 year. You know, it's just like crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm so, and what you said is so true. Repetition is the key or the mother of learning, we say, of course. And this is why we get good at it. And when you talked about learning how to walk, no one can do this for you. It is a decision in the mind, and by modeling, by the role models, the adults, the bigger persons, you said, it's a nice analogy. I saw it in my mind because I have two sons. They are like 2 years and a half, the difference.
Oh,
And then of course the younger one was observing the elder one.
yeah.
They were crawling or walking, and it's a decision. Yes. And once and you don't give up until you master walking, right?
Yes, indeed. Exactly.
Wow. What a success mindset we witnessed here. If you had to start from zero today, what's the first move you'd make to build a profitable business fast?
Oh, excellent. That's such a great question. If I had to start a new business today, now, is this based on what I know now or years ago before I acquired my knowledge?
Yeah, you
Which
mean
one?
you mean
Like
because
right
it is the when you started, so
or when
without
I
the
started?
knowledge.
Okay, when I
Yeah,
started, right. Knowing what I know now and the successes I've created and built businesses and sold businesses and made millions and all this kind of stuff. What I would do if I knowing what I know now, in when I had to rewind back, it would be that I would I would study successful business owners. I would study them. I'll get books on whether it's Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or whatever videos or documentaries I can watch. Just study, and then I would also make my mind. I would create the mindset of a business owner. I would say, okay, how do successful business owners operate? Because what happens, I found, is when people start their business, they often start their business just to make an income. And so they'll find a client, they'll service the client, they'll do everything. But unless they realize that that is just another job, if you want a real business, you need a team, you need processes. So I would study how successful business owners do it. And then I'll take the third thing, I'll take massive action. I'll take massive action. Why? Because you know what it's like, Caroline. It doesn't matter what you get involved with, you are always going to make a mistake. So the more mistakes you make quickly, and the quicker you decide that, hey, I'm going to learn from this. And when you learn from it, then you apply and go again and go again. So I would say take massive action and fail quickly and learn from those failures so you can move forward.
Yes, what a great answer. Thank you so much. This is so true. Taking action, this means application is the key, what we studied or what we learned. Also, when you said study or observe successful business owners, it's about when we observe them, we cannot know what it is. We can only know by observing and being open to receive something new. Because when we have our closed or fixed mindset, we think we know already, but we don't know at all.
That's true. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, this is so valuable, your answer. Thank you so much, because I had to learn this the last years, and I'm so grateful for that. And also, please take massive action. Dear listener, my next question is, about your coaches and mentors. Who was the best coach you ever had?
Oof, that's a great question. I've had many mentors, many coaches. The and you know, in Taekwondo, I've had different instructors. I've been practicing martial arts for over 43 years now. In the last 25 years, I've been studying with Grandmaster Trevor Nichols here in London, UK, and he's great at really holding me accountable to the practice of that martial art. I've had mentors and teachers like Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I've studied with him many times. I've traveled around the world with him on stage and studied with him as well. He'll be speaking, then I go on and I speak. I've had T. Harv Eker, who's a mentor of mine, who wrote the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind Intensive. I've had mentors like Blair Singer, who's a Rich Dad advisor. And so I think of all I can make names, you know, Les Brown, so many. But I think the one that probably had the biggest impact on me in terms of how I live now and how I do business and what my character would be Blair Singer, who's the author of several books. But because what he did, he allowed me to start looking at my own personal standards and improve my standards. And when you improve your standards, you improve your habits, you improve your behaviors, you improve your mindset. So Blair Singer, if you've never check him out, he's so amazing. He's a teacher to teachers, leader of leaders, and author of 4 best-selling books. Amazing. So I think he as a mentor, he's had the biggest impact on me in my life.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, this is really inspiring because I did not know about Blair Singer before. Of course, I will look him up and learn something new. This is why I do the podcast. And please tell us, where can we find you when people want to reach out to you after listening to this episode?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Just go to my website. You can see what I do there at macattram.com. macattram.com. You can check me out there. And also on that website, there's a free business quiz. If you're in business and you're trying to figure out how to make it work better and you're not sure which area to focus on, there's a free quiz, take it, get a free report. And when you do your free report, it's several pages, look at it, and it'll help you to focus on the key areas if you want to grow your business, that is, and turn from a business operator to a business owner.
That sounds so great. Thank you so much. And I learned a new word, not in terms of vocabulary, but be a business owner, not an operator, right?
Absolutely. You got it.
Okay, my last question for you is about your goals. And I think I don't have to ask. I assume that you set goals and intentions for yourself. And what is one of your next projects?
Oh, great question. You see, I enjoy what I do. And instead of goals, what I do set goals, but let me take you to the bigger picture. The way I live now is very different from how I was living 22 years ago. 20 something years ago, I was struggling in my business. Things weren't going right. My wife was pregnant with our second child. I was hardly at home. I'm working all these hours, working 19 hours a day, 20 hours a day, struggling, over $100,000 in debt, couldn't figure out a way. But I studied and turned all that around, and I created financial freedom. I didn't ever have to work again. Things were good. And I started to ask myself, okay, if money is not an issue now for me, and I have a lot of money and things are coming in very well, my business is set up the right way, what am I supposed to be doing? In that moment, I realized that my mission, my purpose on this earth, my God-given purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower people to live a life of joy, courage, passion, and purpose. So I started living like that. So for the last 20 years, I've been living my purpose, and my purpose drives me to do the things I do, the businesses that I create, the talks that I give around the world, the seminars that I do. And so every year when I sit down at the end of the year to do my goals for the next year, it's based on my mission. And so one of my big goals is to impact more than 1 million people around the world to be happier, be more courageous, live more purposely, and be passionate about their life.
Wow, thank you so much. So I am inspired, and I am one of the people you empowered me, you inspired me, because I was in your event. Let's say it
Right,
was a hybrid event. I have to say it was Amsterdam, right? I was in the
right.
Amsterdam, but I was online in Germany. Here we are all connected, and I'm so grateful. Of course, 1 million people. I'm one of them. I said, please reach out to Mac, check out the website. And now is time for your final thoughts to the audience, please.
Oh, my final thoughts to the audience. What would I say as a final thought? I would say that wherever you are in your life, if you realize that inside of you, there's a bigger, better person waiting to do a bigger and play a bigger game, then step into that. Step into that and start living that now, because the time will go. 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and you'll still be thinking about it. Take that action now. And if you don't know how to take action on that thought or your desire, then seek help. Find a coach, a mentor, an advisor, model someone who's already doing it. And certainly if I can help, reach out to me. That's what I would say. And live a great life.
I love it. Live a great life. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. You are most welcome.
And I see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to Inspired Choice today. I'm thrilled to have you on this journey of growth and transformation. Don't forget to hit follow or subscribe to stay connected and never miss an episode. And here's something special. Grab your free 20-minute breakthrough session with me. It's designed to help you kickstart or level up your business. Just check out the show notes for more. Until next time, keep making those inspired choices. See you in the next episode.